All right, moving away from that story, President Hakainde Hichilema has overseen the signing of several memoranda of understanding with Kenya, Rwanda, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. The memoranda of understanding with Kenya is aimed at enhancing tourism partnerships between Zambia and the East African nation. If you recall, back in May, the government signed a series of MoUs with the Democratic Republic of Congo aimed at establishing a joint value chain for the production of batteries for electric vehicles.
Now, to discuss further on this historic feat, we have Zambian economist Dr. Lubinda Habazoka, who joins us virtually from Zambia. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, talk to us about these MoUs and how they are beneficial or not to Zambia.
Well, I think that, every economic integration comes with its benefits. There are a lot of pros and cons to that. President Hichilema is the new president in the Republic, and definitely he has an agenda in terms of national economic development, and he basically sees joint collaboration between Zambia and its neighboring countries and other countries in the region to be cardinal to his economic development plan. For example, with Congo, an agreement has been signed to enhance value chain in the cobalt manganese industry that are cardinal for making, electric batteries. So Zambia and Congo, being the major holders of mineral resources used in the production of car batteries, basically want to, get the value for for the minerals that they hold, and that agreement basically outlines how those two countries are going to collaborate to ensure that not just providing, raw materials, but an integral part of this particular interesting industry. With Kenya, of course, Kenya is, a major player in what is known as COMESA, the Common Market for East and Southern Africa. There are a lot of pending issues that in terms of removing trade barriers and enhancing the regional bloc. And I think that, those agreements are basically those that had been pending, for the previous years. To sign MoUs with other countries, doesn't take one day. It needs a lot of negotiations. So much of it, basically, even if it's the current president signing them, they are, coming from, years of hard work and negotiations to ensure that individual countries have access to each other's, to markets. It has been noticed that the limiting factor towards national, economic development in Africa is, their inability for capital to move smoothly between African countries, their inability for goods, and people to be able to move cheaply and freely among the African continent. For example, to fly from Zambia to Nigeria, one has to pass through Dubai or Ethiopia. It's a must, and so you need to go and access Europe for you to come and access another African country. And that becomes very difficult, for African countries to develop. So if we need to develop the Africa that we want, we need to enhance African intra-Africa trade. I think continuously people are realizing that this type of collaboration are very important.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's interesting to see these economic relationships getting built by these countries. But have you noticed anything in terms of impact, since these signings, and what are the most exciting expectations?
Well, I think that Zambians are fatigued with agreements, trade deals, and what powerful ceremonies are held, and in practice nothing is implemented. So in terms of
do we have you still connected, Dr. Lubinda?
No, I don't know if you still have me there.
Yes,
okay,
we do.
Go ahead,
please.
Yeah, so in terms of excitement among citizens. I don't think that excitement is really there. It's a wait and see approach.
Okay, we will wait indeed and see how this turns out. Now let's talk about the post-pandemic effect on African countries. We know that it's not news that the pandemic really hit African economies so badly, and a lot of these MOUs are aimed at improving the Zambian economy. How would you say the journey of economic recovery has been so far in Zambia?
Well, I think so far, post-COVID or under the new presidency, if one to wait, we have seen a lot of interest coming, especially from the European Union and the USA. We've had quite a number of high-level visits from people from the World Bank. We had the managing director of the World Bank visit yesterday. We have had the deputy head of the IMF was in the country the last a week or so. We've seen frequent visits from visits from various dignitaries from from across Europe. So there's hope, and you have seen the kwacha, the Zambian kwacha, the currency has stabilized. Because I think there's less anxiety from foreign investors. I think there's a lot of goodwill amongst the donors. Of course, Ukraine is in the picture, so much of the West concentration is going towards Ukraine. But we can see probably a new wave of European and American influence in Zambia replacing Chinese influence. I think that's what we are currently observing. What that is going to mean in terms of economic development, we don't know, but Zambia is supposed to sign an IMF package, and for Zambia to be able to sign that, that goodwill from foreign funders, foreign governments was much needed. We know the IMF comes with conditions. Some of them we are feeling them, subsidies being removed, and so-called cost-effective tariffs, electricity tariffs, fuel prices being implemented. We hope that the current engagement with the IMF won't mirror that we had in the 1990s, where we had the painful structural adjustment program that saw Zambia privatize over 240 companies, of which today maybe only about 20 are operational, and some of them shipped out of the country. So we hope that that's not going to be the case this time for Zambia.
Yeah, we do hope that would not be the case for Zambia as well, and we will follow up with the updates in Zambia. Thank you very much, Dr. Lubinda, for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much. I'd like to to apologize for the call. It's a digital world. Everybody wants to get.
Oh yeah, that's totally fine. It's a virtual world right now, and the fact that you've made time to join us still is what counts. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Enjoy the rest of the day.